Most people wake up and immediately fall into the trap, a trap of rushing, reacting, drifting without purpose. But what if the first 10 minutes of your day could fundamentally rewire your entire future? Just one morning decision, a seemingly small choice, holds the power to change your mindset, shape your identity, and dictate your success. Why? Because the way you begin is the way you become. It is a fundamental principle of human experience. And how? How do you unlock that power? By mastering a simple, intentional ritual, a ritual that prepares your mind to lead, not follow. Your future starts the moment you open your eyes. In a few moments, I will teach you how to command your mornings and completely reshape the course of your life. The morning is a mirror. If I could follow you for one morning, I could predict your future. Not because I possess any special wisdom, but because your morning is an honest mirror. It reflects your discipline, the direction you are headed, and your deepest desires. Most people rise in reaction. They wake up to the jangling of alarms, to the incessant demands from the outside world. They let the world knock on their door, before they knock on the door of opportunity themselves. They are the ones who wait for life to happen *to them. Not the ones who make life happen. But the winners, they are different. They rise with clear intention, with a burning fire within. Every great structure stands on a solid foundation. Your foundation in life is your morning. What you do before the world sees you determines how the world treats you. How you prepare your foundation dictates the height and endurance of your structure. The first hour after you wake up is not merely a measure of time. It is a statement. It declares, I am in control. Or it confesses, I am controlled. There is no gray area here. Either you are the master of your time, or you are its servant. When you step out of bed, you must step into purpose. You must reject the noise. No news, no trivial gossip that dilutes the mind. Only clarity, only intense focus, only the voice within you resounding, we are not here merely to survive. We are here to conquer. Do not drift along the path of least resistance. Do not hit snooze to delay the confrontation with your potential. The moment you hesitate, you hand your power to fear. You are telling the new day that it owns you. You are putting yourself in a passive position right from the starting line. But when you rise with the fire of yearning, when you speak your goals aloud, giving them strong affirmative voice, when you write them down on paper, bringing them from nothingness into tangible reality, when you take one small step, just one step forward, you are seizing command of your life. You are declaring supreme leadership over yourself. And that command, that leadership, will become your compass, guiding you throughout the entire day, amidst 100 paths. You will know which way is yours. Amidst 10,000 choices, you will know what truly matters. The morning does not give you power. The morning reveals the power that was already slumbering within you. It is like flipping the switch for an infinite source of energy, and if you use that power correctly from the beginning, it will multiply exponentially. You become unshakable, grounded like a mountain, not by what you do occasionally, but by what you do. First. As the day begins, that consistency makes an immense difference. Your thoughts are the fertile soil, your focus is the nourishing water, your action is the necessary sunlight. If you tend to your mind with these three elements, every morning, your life will bear fruit, yielding results far beyond any expectation. So ask yourself right now, who do I want to become? Then start becoming that person before breakfast today, right now. The decision-making of doing one hard thing first. There is a surprisingly powerful shift that happens when you do one hard thing first. Something you genuinely do not want to do, something that makes your mind scream in protest, begging for procrastination. But once you accomplish it, once you just get it done, that resistance, that inertia loses its grip. It can no longer hold sway over you. This is the secret weapon of all high achievers across every field. They do not wait for motivation to appear as if by magic. They actively create motivation. And how do they create it? Precisely by taking action before they feel like it. They do not let emotion lead, they let intention guide them. The human mind is like a muscle. If you train it to surrender to comfort, it will abandon you. When faced with crisis, when real difficulties strike, it will run from responsibility. But if you train it to obey strength, to be comfortable with pushing boundaries, it will become your strongest ally, your most effective supporter, overcoming every challenge with you. So what is your one hard thing this morning? Is it a glass of cold water to shock your body awake? Is it 10 minutes of complete stillness to face yourself? Is it a few exercises to ignite your energy? Is it writing one page for an important project? Is it making a necessary but daunting phone call? Choose it, commit to it with all seriousness, and do it. Do it with all your focus and intensity, no matter how hard it is. Just get started. Because the most important thing is not how difficult the task itself is, but the identity that task builds within you. When you do something hard, every morning, you are reminding yourself, who you are, You are a person who does not run from pressure, but rises, stronger, under that pressure. Most people hit snooze and shrinking away from challenge. You rise and sharpen yourself. You become keener, more focused, more ready. Most people wait. You initiate. You create momentum. That is your edge. That is the energy that separates a life full of power from a life of passive drifting. When the first decision of your day is a victory, no matter how small, the rest of the day tends to follow suit, mimicking that victory. So find your one hard thing. Face it with all your courage. Finish it completely. And then, watch as the rest of your life begins to bow to your newfound courage and discipline. Speak life into your future. Words create worlds, and the first words you utter each morning are not merely sounds, they are sacred seeds sown into your subconscious. They shape your emotional state, the story you tell yourself, and your subsequent actions. Most people wake up and speak words of defeat. Oh, I'm so tired. This is so stressful. Another long day. And guess what they get? A life that exactly matches the language. They use the law of negative attraction. But you are different. You wake up and declare strength. You say, I was born for this. Today I create unstoppable momentum. I cultivate peace and power wherever I go. This is not about pretending, about saying empty platitudes. This is about programming. Reprogramming your powerful subconscious mind. The subconscious doesn't care if it is the current truth or not. It simply believes what you repeat strongly and consistently enough. And when you speak words of life, your body will follow, your habits will follow, your destiny will follow. Your subconscious will mobilize all resources to turn those declarations into reality. Start each morning with powerful declarations. State clearly who you are. State clearly the person you are becoming, not with weak doubt, but with unwavering faith, not with fear, but with a burning fire in your heart. Look in the mirror. Look deep into your own eyes and speak like a leader. Speak like someone who has already won. Speak like someone who is determined not to let the past dictate their future. This is not arrogant delusion. This is full agreement with your vision, with the values you believe in, and with the ultimate victory that you know you will achieve. So, before the world manages to sow fear into your mind, you must first sow purpose into it. Your voice is the first voice your soul hears. Make it a voice worth listening to and following. The body is not just a vehicle merely taking you from place to place. It is a powerful trigger lever. When you move your body, even just lightly, you immediately shift your emotional state. You awaken the warrior sleeping within. Have you ever noticed how slumped shoulders often lead to a defeated mindset? How shallow, rapid breaths often invite constant anxious thoughts? Your physiology largely dictates your psychology. They are inextricably linked by an unchanging principle. This is precisely why your morning must absolutely include some form of movement. It doesn't have to be high-intensity exercise, but engaging the body, full participation. Stand tall. Take a deep breath, filling your lungs. Exhale, slowly releasing tension. Walk quickly or jog gently. Train within your capacity. Stretch, sweat. Because when the body moves, the brain also begins to align, to awaken. Energy will start to flow. Clarity of thought will emerge, and your confidence will soar unexpectedly. Do not wait for the perfect workout or the ideal gym. Start with what you have. Just a few minutes of brisk walking outdoors, breathing fresh air. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, enough to shift your state from passive to empowered. Winners are always moving. They do not sit still in hesitation and doubt. They do not lounge in the limitations. They impose upon themselves. They rise, they move, and they set a rhythm, an energy so strong that weakness dares not come near. Remember that motion creates emotion. This is a simple truth, but immensely powerful. If you want to feel different, you must move differently. Make your morning sacred by making your body active. The person you are in the future will be immensely grateful for the momentum, the energy you create starting today. Your morning movement is not merely about physical fitness. It is about freedom. Freedom from the constraints of mood, of stagnation, of self-imposed limits. So rise, move, and take control. Command your mind before the world does. Command your mind before the world does. There is a special moment, quiet, fleeting, yet incredibly powerful, that arrives right after you open your eyes. In just that short breath of awakening, your mind is most open, most vulnerable, and most susceptible to information. You haven't yet been affected by the chaos of the outside world, not yet pulled thin by requests, by uninvited distractions. It is in this sacred, delicate moment that a choice must be made. Will you master, command your own thoughts, or will you let the outside world control you, dictating your state? Most people do not recognize this hidden power. They rise and instinctively reach for the newspaper, for the radio dial, for their phone, seeking something external to define the present moment. They quickly fill their minds with the noisy voices and crises of the world, politics, stock markets, neighborhood gossip. The mind, still nascent and unprotected, is rapidly overrun by the burdens. From the outside, anxiety begins to take hold. Self-comparison with others starts to occur. The urgency, the priorities of others quickly overwhelm the peace and purpose that is their own. And before the sun has fully risen radiantly, they have already lost the inner battle. Right from the early morning, their thoughts are no longer their own. They have been drafted into someone else's war. Not a single word has been spoken aloud, yet their silence, that unconscious choice, has surrendered a day full of potential. But there are others, the rare ones, the intentional few, who treat the morning as the launchpad of destiny. They understand that true leadership, the kind that shapes lives, and creates great movements, does not begin with applause and recognition from the outside. It begins in stillness, behind closed doors, before anyone else is watching. It begins right in your bedroom, not in the tense boardroom, in deep thought, not in the bustling noise. These individuals, they master, command their own minds. They rise with intention, not passive reaction. Instead of reaching for the external world, they reach inward towards their inner world. They speak affirmations that firmly anchor their identity. They visualize the person they are becoming, not someday in the distant future, but right now. They breathe deeply. They sit in complete stillness. They move their bodies to awaken their strength. They choose clarity instead of confusing uncertainty. They choose purpose instead of passive drifting. The first 10 minutes after waking up are not trivial at all. They are everything. These minutes set the rhythm for the hours that follow. If those minutes are filled with power, direction, and clear vision, the rest of the day will automatically align, following that purpose. But if those minutes are filled with distraction, self-doubt, or chaotic negative emotions, then the day becomes a series of continuous reactions, a stream of responses to other people's schedules and demands. And that is not the way of living that a spiritual warrior chooses. You do not have enough time to wake up in a state of weakness, not enough time to daydream in a world filled with noise, in a world moving at breakneck speed. You must seize that first moment before the world has time to steal it away. You must decide what matters most to you, not what is trending, not what others expect of you, but what deep within your spirit knows to be true, what you genuinely crave. And you must do this, every single day, not just occasionally. Daily repetition carves character, consistent discipline cements belief. So, write down your thoughts, even if they are scattered. Speak aloud your vision. Even if your voice still trembles, move your body, even if it still resists. They are the powerful declarations of a potential leader. They are the actions of someone on the path to becoming their greatest self. You do not wait for external success to validate the path you are on. You walk that path because you believe in your becoming, in the person you are building. And if you do not believe in your own destiny, how can you expect anyone else to believe in it? If you do not guard, protect that precious moment, the moment your mind awakens after sleep, the world will rush in to claim control. The world will tell you who you are, what you should do, and how you should feel. They will paint a portrait of you the way they want you to be. But you were not built to be a slave like that. You were built to lead, and every true leader must first learn how to lead themselves. Master, command your thoughts, because every thought ultimately becomes a belief. Belief shapes behavior. Behavior builds destiny. This is not about superficial self-help tricks or fleeting positive thinking trends. This is about self-leadership. And self-leadership is the first door leading to true freedom. No one can give it to you as a gift. You must seize it with all your strength and will. Each morning is an important meeting with your own mind. Never miss that meeting. Never arrive late or let someone else speak in your place. Be fully present. Speak clearly and resolutely. Remind yourself who you are and why you are here with this mission. Newspaper headlines can wait, email messages, social media messages can wait, but your purpose and mission cannot. This is your mind. This is your mission. This is your golden moment. Seize control of it. Lead it before the world starts to follow you. First and foremost, lead yourself. Write it down or lose it forever. The moment you wake up, your mind is like a fire hose, high pressure, powerful yet uncontrolled. Thoughts flood in, even before you fully realize you are awake. Ideas that just flashed, anxieties that quietly crept in, memories that suddenly surfaced, good intentions that just formed, and moments of sudden inspiration all race through your consciousness like an express train storm. And if you don't manage to capture them, hold on to them in time, they will vanish, fade away like morning mist. Under the sun's rays, they will dissipate, leaving no trace. Ideas that are not written down become lingering ghosts. They are haunting, but never take on form. Goals that are not put on paper will remain merely wishes, vague desires. Aspirations that are not clarified, not defined, will become distractions that silently pull you away from your true path. But here lies the secret, carefully guarded by every successful man and woman of purpose in this world. They write, not write, at the end of the day, when the world has already left its mark upon their minds. No, they write very early, before the new day imposes itself upon them. They write, not because it is temporarily convenient, but because it is absolutely necessary. They write, not to become poets with eloquent prose, but to become precise, to bring concrete form to the swirling, ceaseless stream of thoughts, to command the chaos within the mind before that chaos manages to command them. Writing in the morning is not about you trying to become a writer. It is about you training to become a leader of your mind, a leader of your mission, and a leader of your life. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that is all that is needed to change the trajectory of an entire day. Start by writing down what is already present within you, what you're thinking about right now, what you are feeling deeply, what you truly wish to achieve, the fears quietly simmering, what you know for sure that you must do. Clarity of mind is born in ink. The act of writing on paper is a mirror, reflecting your inner world. It transforms the hazy mist of thought into concrete form. It slows down the rushing flow of the mind and allows you to hear clearly your own voice. Writing takes the invisible and makes it visible, something that can be seen. It is not just passive reflection, it is refinement, it is sharpening, it is intense focus, it is clear direction for your energy. Every page you write is a serious commitment. Every word you place down is a conscious choice. When you put pen to paper, you are sending a strong signal to your subconscious that what you are thinking matters, is worthy of being valued. You are giving stable structure to your spirit. You are saying to yourself, this is who I am, this is what I value, and this is what I am. Your mind is like a garden that needs care, and writing is how you prune it. It removes the weeds of doubt. It waters the seeds of vision. It turns chaotic emotions into organized and systematic thoughts. When you write, you reclaim control. You stop reacting to the external world and start creating your own world. You stop wandering aimlessly and start walking on a path with clear intention. Think about the great minds before you. Abraham Lincoln, who scribbled legendary speeches on scraps of paper. Thomas Edison, who filled hundreds of notebooks with sketches and deep insights. Marcus Aurelius, the great emperor, who wrote his meditations, not to publish for the world, but to write for himself. They all knew an important truth. that modern humans seem to have forgotten. The mind cannot be trusted to remember everything that the hand refuses to record. Do not leave your future to the vague memory of your mind. Write it down, make it something real, something visible, and then observe how your life begins to organize around what you have written. The goals you list will become the plans you stubbornly follow. The gratitude you express will become the peace you feel. The problems you name clearly will become the solutions you seek. What you do not write down, you do not remember. What you do not remember, you do not act upon, and what you do not act upon, you will never become. A person's life is not shaped by the fleeting thoughts he has, but by the thoughts he anchors firmly in his mind. And writing is that anchor, the anchor that helps your mind stand firm amidst the storms of life. So start from the smallest steps. Start very simply, but absolutely you must start. Pick up a pen, open a blank notebook, sit in the stillness of the early morning, write one line of truth about yourself, then add another line. And as you write, you will feel the miraculous shift taking place. You are no longer drifting aimlessly. You are personally directing your own life, no longer reacting to external circumstances. You become more intentional and clear than ever before. This is how greatness begins to form, not with noisy applause, not with immediate perfection, but with a quiet moment of stillness, a steady hand, and a few honest words written on a page. Write to find clarity in your mind. Write to find your purpose in life. Write to build personal power. Right from the first moments of the day. Start with the truth about your soul. Write to lead you into greatness. Right from that sacred moment of morning. Gratitude is your greatest leverage. If you want to multiply your momentum exponentially, start not with what you are lacking or do not have, but start with what you already possess right now. Gratitude is not a soft emotion reserved for overly sentimental hearts. It is a highly effective, strategic weapon for minds that are strong and resilient. It helps you center your focus. It helps you maintain your practical foundation. It reminds you that you are not starting from absolute zero. You are starting from abundance, from what is already present. And when you begin your day feeling full, wealthy from within, the external world cannot make you feel small or deprived. Gratitude completely changes the atmosphere within your mind. It reshapes your perception of the world. It shifts you from a mentality of scarcity and lack to a mentality of sufficiency and abundance, from the illusion of not having to the immense advantage of appreciation and gratitude. Without gratitude, your thoughts easily spiral into a whirlpool of complaint, lamentation, and comparison of yourself with others, a negative loop without end. With gratitude, your energy will return to focusing on creation and contributing value to the world. And here is a great truth. You cannot build lasting greatness from a place filled with resentment, bitterness, or feeling like a victim. You must build from the foundation of strength and pure, practiced gratitude is that strength. Strength derived from acknowledging the value that already exists around you. In the stillness of morning, when the world has not yet made noise, take a moment, just a brief moment. Name 3 specific things that you are truly grateful for. Speak them aloud so you can hear them. Write them down on paper, bringing them into tangible existence. Reflect upon them as if they were priceless treasures that you own. They might be very simple things, surprisingly humble: the breath you are inhaling, the strength in your limbs to act, a roof sheltering you, the love from your family, simply the fact that today brings a completely new opportunity. Never underestimate the power of this practice. It is not merely a mechanical habit. It is a spiritual alignment, aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance. When you begin the day from a place overflowing with appreciation and gratitude, you are connecting with a source of energy deeper than any ambition, the energy of joy, of inner sufficiency. You activate the happiness within your soul. You create mental wealth right inside yourself. And from that place of inner wealth, you will pursue your external goals with steady confidence, not out of despair or trying to prove yourself in a weak manner. Those who radiate energy of contentment and gratitude become powerful magnets for opportunity. People are naturally attracted to those who do not complain, who do not grasp, who do not beg the world to affirm their worth. They are drawn to those who themselves affirm their own worth through action and energy. And gratitude is the voice of that affirmation. Gratitude is not the end of striving and ambition. It is the source of strength that fuels that ambition. It does not kill ambition. Rather, it injects powerful fuel into your ambitions, because you are not pursuing success out of a feeling of emptiness and not being enough. You are pursuing it from a place of fullness, from a higher purpose, from the desire to contribute value, not trying to complete a self that you think is lacking. You are already whole, complete, right here and now. The pursuit now is no longer about proving your worth, but about expressing, manifesting that worth. Most people rush into the new day without a moment's pause. They leap from bed into the burdens of life, from waking up into unending anxiety. But you are different from them. You will pause, you will reflect, and then you will rise with a perspective completely different. That is your invaluable advantage. That is iron discipline. That is your daily return to your source of power. Do not wait for something dramatic or huge to happen to feel grateful. Gratitude is not reactive, it is proactive. It is not a response to good fortune. It is the creator of fortune and opportunity. You must cultivate it, just like a farmer tends to his soil, daily, intentionally, purposefully. It is not merely a passing mood. It is a strategic mindset. It is a spiritual muscle that must be trained, exercised every single day. Gratitude is how you hold on to the blessings you have in the palm of your hand, instead of letting them slip through your fingers unconsciously. It is how you protect inner peace when the storms of life arrive. It is how you remind yourself again and again that you have already won many battles. You are not empty. You are equipped fully for the journey ahead. Begin each morning with this practice. Do not make it complicated. Do not make it optional. 3 things, 3 truths, 3 blessings. Simple. Make this your sacred ritual. Gratitude is not the finish line. It is the launchpad. It does not end your yearning. It sharpens it, making it more intense and powerful. It does not stop you from climbing peaks. It grants you the source of strength to conquer those mountains. When you live from a state of gratitude, you are no longer chasing desperately from emptiness. You are creating from abundance, from fullness. You are no longer a seeker begging, but you are a steward guarding and multiplying the richness from within. And from that state of fullness, all things become possible for you. The world does not bow before those who complain, lament, but bows before those who know how to command their energy through gratitude. Start there. Begin each day by anchoring yourself to what is already good, already working, already yours right now, and then step forth powerfully and create the rest of your life. Set one clear target for the day. Most people wake up and immediately rush into doing everything. They glance at a seemingly endless list of tasks, attempting to juggle them all at once and end the day in a state of exhaustion and deep dissatisfaction. The tragedy lies in the fact that they do so much but they accomplish so little. They confuse busyness with effectiveness. Movement without clear direction is merely chaos, and chaos is the enemy of true progress. True power does not come from doing more but from doing what matters most. It comes from precision, being focused, and every powerful day begins with one single question. What is the one thing I must accomplish today that will move my mission forward? Your energy is limited. Your focus is very easily distracted. These are precious resources not to be wasted on trivial matters, on small things. If you scatter them, they lose potency. If you aim them precisely, they become an unstoppable force. So you must train yourself to stop waking up submerged in noise and start waking up in sharp focus. Begin each day by identifying one clear target. One. That's it. Not 10, not 5, just one. Write it down on paper, speak it aloud, visualize it as though it has already been accomplished right now. This is your most important task for today. This is your strategic strike point. Everything else is merely background until this core objective is completed. When you wake up with absolute clarity, the world can no longer pull you in hundreds of different directions. You do not spend hours reacting to external circumstances. You spend that time actively directing your life. Your choices become easier. Your standards become sharper. Distractions lose their appeal because you have a mission. A person with a mission is not easily swayed, not easily tempted by every fleeting opportunity, because he knows what truly matters to him. The most successful individuals are not those who do the most. They are the ones who do what matters most, and they do it first, right from the beginning of the new day. Before the noise creeps in, before the world interrupts, before urgency overrides importance, they strike early and they strike with intention. Set your target, see it clearly, break it down into smaller steps of action. Then begin acting. You don't need to conquer the whole mountain today. You just need to climb the next step up, that's all. One small victory, that is all that is needed to start momentum. And momentum is everything, in every field. One victory, no matter how small, builds belief, drives action, creates results, and results multiply into greatness over time. This is the engine of achievement, not elusive perfection, not working oneself ragged just for the sake of working, but rather concentrated, focused effort day after day, persistently. So each morning, as you sit in stillness before the world demands your attention, ask yourself that question. What is my win today? Not a list of errands, not a dozen distracting items, just one powerful, purposeful step forward. What will bring you closer to your great vision? What will transform today into a meaningful victory? Do not confuse being busy with being effective. Busyness is a sweet trap. It flatters your ego, making you feel important. But it betrays your mission. Your goal is not to fill time with work, but to fulfill the purpose that you have set. And that begins with intention. It begins with choosing your win right at the start of the day. When you identify that one single target and pursue it with everything you have, you start to own your time. You seize control of the hours in your day instead of being controlled by them. You shape your life instead of drifting aimlessly through it. You become a builder of time, not someone who merely borrows time from others. This practice, repeated daily, will transform you from within. You stop waking up in confusion and chaos and start waking up with steady confidence. You stop being overwhelmed by countless options and become obsessed with producing results. The fog of hesitation and indecision lifts, and in its place, a path emerges. Your path, the path that you have charted yourself. When you win the morning, you own the day, not because that day will be perfectly flawless, but because you have chosen your direction. You have declared your objective. And then with discipline and fiery resolve, you move towards that goal relentlessly. Start tomorrow with this question on your lips and steadfastness in your heart. What is my win today? Then take action immediately. And as the days pass, you will look back and see a life built not by chance or luck, but by deliberate choice day after day. One target, one strike, one win every day. That is how you build a meaningful legacy. The power of stillness. Before the storm, before the external noise of the world begins, before the meetings, the errands, the demands, and endless distractions, you must claim one sacred thing: stillness. 10 minutes, that is all that is needed. 10 minutes of complete silence. 10 minutes of deep connection with your own breath. 10 minutes of connecting with something higher, deeper, something unshakable within you. This period of time is not a luxury item only for those with free time. It is a vital necessity for those who live with intention. Stillness is not laziness. Sloth, it is leadership indeed. It might be the highest form of leadership, for it is the practice of mastering oneself before you attempt to master a day. Each morning, before you open the door, stepping out into the world, open the door, leading into your own soul. Before you check your obligations, check your alignment, check that you are in harmony with your purpose. Sit in stillness, breathe slowly and steadily. Listen to what your heart is trying to tell you. Pray if you believe in prayer. Meditate if that is your method. Reflect, journal, do whatever it takes to center your mind in the heart of peace. Because peace is not found in the external world, it is forged right inside you. Most people leap from their beds into the battlefield of life in a state of unarmed and unprepared. They confront the chaos of life with even greater chaos within their minds. But you must be different. You must act thoughtfully and with intention. Stillness is your spiritual armor. It shields you from the endless noise, from the unnecessary urgency, from the lies that constantly try to define your worth by your speed or external busyness. In a world addicted to rushing and busyness, stillness is courageous rebellion. It is your powerful declaration that nothing from outside you will be able to dictate your state within. that your peace is not up for negotiation. It is a core value. You will not be easily swayed by a passing wind, because you are rooted deeply, like a steady mountain. Vision is not born in hurried motion, it is born in quietude. Wisdom is not shouted in the crowd, it is whispered in the silent moments that very few dare to enter. Stillness is where you meet your deep intuition, where you connect with your creator, if you believe, with your noble conscience. That is where the next right move becomes clearer than ever before. That is where strategy is conceived and fear, panic dissipates. 10 minutes of stillness can shift your entire trajectory. 10 minutes of deep breathing can regulate your nervous system, center your focus, and sharpen your thinking ability. 10 minutes of connecting with purpose can outweigh the burden of 10 hours of work or life pressure. The important thing is not how long you spend, but how deeply you go into your inner world. Give yourself this invaluable gift. Guard it fiercely. Do not let any conversation interrupt it. Do not let any obligation claim that moment. This is your meeting with your mission. This is your most sacred ritual of the day. Before the world manages to try and drown out the voice within you, you must clearly hear your own voice. Before others place demands upon you, you must first place clear direction within yourself. The most serene minds make the most decisive choices. The most tranquil mornings build the most resounding victories. This is not just abstract philosophy. This is practical performance. Champions in every field have routines dedicated to solitude and stillness. Their strength does not come from external noise, but from self-discipline, from centering oneself, from choosing stillness before engaging in the storm. Do not rush headlong into the new day. Rise and step into the new day intentionally. Do not react impulsively. Respond thoughtfully. Do not spin around aimlessly. Stand still and allow clarity to rise from within. From this place of inner peace, you will walk differently. You will speak with weight. You will act consciously and intentionally. People will sense that difference, not because you are speaking louder or showing off more, but because you are grounded. You have a strong foundation. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It is the presence of power, a quiet, commanding power that does not need to prove itself. It simply is powerful, like a lion resting in the sun, undisturbed, unshaken, until the moment to act arrives. So each morning, step into this space of stillness. Let it hold you, let it shape you, let it whisper into your ear the truths that the world tries to make you forget. You are not rushed. You are not falling behind. You are not defined by what you do today. You are defined by the person you are, becoming and the person you are becoming is most deeply shaped in stillness. Protect it, practice it diligently, and from that sacred place, rise powerfully, because from that place the new day will bend and flow in your favor. Decide who you will be today before the day tells you who you should be. You must decide. The world will try to label you, shape you, push you into a mold that suits its preferences, but you are not a product of chance. You are a force created from conscious choice. And every morning, before the soles of your feet touch the floor, you hold the power to define your direction, your energy, and your identity. Ask yourself with clarity and courage, who do I need to be today so that I can become the person that I desire to be forever later on? This question is not a small one, it is not abstract, it is the cornerstone, the foundation of living with intention. It is your identity decision, and it will reverberate throughout every action you take during the day. Will you be courageous or cautious? Will you be present and engaged or easily distracted? Will you live with purpose or wander without clear direction? Will you show up as a selfless servant leader or a selfish observer who only looks out for himself? These are the crossroads where you stand every morning upon waking, and the choice you make will not only shape your day, but it will shape your entire long-term destiny. Often, people allow their feelings to dictate their identity. If they feel tired, they act like weak people. If they feel afraid, they act by shrinking, becoming small. But the greatest among us know that feelings are not the leaders, they are the followers. They follow vision, they follow discipline, they follow the identity that you actively choose, not the identity you inherit from circumstance or temporary emotion. Your vision must be your compass guiding your life. Your vision of the person you are becoming must guide your thoughts, your tone, your posture, and your presence in every moment. This is not pretending or acting. This is preparation, preparing your mind, your body, and your spirit to rise to reach the level of the life that you aspire to have. Stand in front of the mirror, look deep into your own eyes, and speak that aloud. Say the name of the person you are becoming. Say the virtues that you will carry: patience, strength, resilience, boldness. Clearly state the energy you will bring into every room, every meeting. Not because it is supernatural magic, but because it is clear direction from within. Words become focus, focus shapes behavior, behavior builds identity, and identity becomes legacy. This decision, made before the world has a chance to greet you or define you, changes how the world reacts to you. When you walk with intention, you speak with weight. When you act from a carefully chosen identity, people will notice that difference. They may not know why, but they feel that energy. You are not easily swayed. You are stable because of certainty, and certainty has an immensely powerful attraction. You become what you choose, and the most important choice is who you choose to be. Not what you will do, not what you will achieve, but the person you will become throughout that process. Because all true success begins within. So say it, stand firm in it, walk in it. Let your behavior confirm your decision. Let your choices reinforce the image of the highest version of yourself. And when doubt creeps in, because it will, return to your initial decision. Anchor yourself to it, say it again, choose it again whenever necessary. This is precisely the difference between drifting through life and walking with clear purpose. Drifting is aimless, directionless. Walking with purpose is decisive. It is bold. It might be uncomfortable at first, but it will become natural. When you practice long enough, greatness is not something you stumble into. It is something you step into purposefully again and again through choice and unwavering belief. It is not given to you. It is not inherited. It is forged in the furnace of daily identity decisions. So before you do anything, before you answer a call, reply to an email, open your door or your calendar, please decide who you are. Choose to become someone worth others following. Choose to become someone that your future self will be grateful for. Let the world adjust to suit you instead of the other way around. Because when you lead yourself with clear intention, the world starts to follow you.